I still think management consulting has a strong place, meaning it's funny, I hear a lot of people talk shit about consulting, but then they go out and hire consulting firms, right? And I get it because sometimes it feels like they don't have a choice. And like, look, the option should always be try to do things in-house, right? I think that the times that you think about joining, like looking for a management consulting firm is when you're trying to do large scale change and you need to benchmark. Right? Yeah, you could do that in-house, or you could go work with a partner who can go and help you to understand, like, look, here's what 4 or 5 other companies that are very, very similar, here's what they've done, here's the hiccups that they made. Based on that, based on your culture, here's how we think you should adapt to it, right? And so I think that's where management consulting can really help, is 1, benchmarking, and 2, and this is the one that nobody talks about, and it's around change management, which is, there's something about an outside party coming in and telling an organization something that people are more prone to listen because they're the experts. And I think what we see time and time again with our clients, and when I talk to CEOs and VPs of sales, is the conversation like, Jake, this is something we've been trying to do for whatever. Our VPs, our directors, our frontline leaders have been doing this and this. And so sometimes just an outside party can add credibility to a change management initiative. So to me, it's, and then obviously bandwidth, right? That's the third one, right? Like, hey, you're very, very smart, capable people. We can accelerate time to value, right? We did a project with a company out of San Francisco where, large field sales organization, company doing $200+ million, had never had an inside sales group. And so the choices are, you can build it, hire a leader, that leader hires people, you do that, or we can accelerate the time to value by 6 to 12 months, which can be millions and millions of dollars. So I think that's it, right? I think about benchmarking, I think about change management kind of support as an expert outsider, and then I think accelerating time to value and like expert augmentation. That's really the reasons why companies should think about working with a management consulting firm. And I think out of all of that, the most important thing is to be focused on outcomes, meaning I think not enough people feel comfortable, or not enough management consulting companies feel comfortable being held to business results. And that's what you should ultimately, it's a double-edged sword. You've got to give the firm time to actually be able to drive those results. You can't hire a company for 3 to 4 months and then say, I want revenue to grow by 5%, at a big company. It has to be an equal partnership, that you believe that they're going to actually help you to get to that point and that they have enough time to do it. But you should really try to anchor on business outcomes, not just deliverables. And I think that's something that I try to push our firm to do all the time is, are we solving what's most important to the business, or are we creating deliverables? And if every consultant thinks like that, every consultant thinks like, this is the work that that our team has been hired to do, but is this actually what's most important for the business? And should we realign the work that we're doing to something different? Should we better realign our work toward, again, like this other problem, even though it's not what we were brought into? So I think out of those 3 things, you're always looking for what's the business outcome and holding your management consulting firm accountable to the outcomes.